Motivation Station. This is Kingfisher FM.
Joining us on the line all the way from around the world, we've got Ted from St. Martin, who's in Curaçao, and Gafari from London, Andras from Hungary, Anna from the US in Atlanta, Brian from Zimbabwe, and MJ all the way from Johannesburg, everyone from all over the world, because the Global Digital Exchange is going live on Madiba's 100th birthday. However, people can buy into the company. Go and check it out right now, right?
Absolutely. Go to FORUS and sign up. And more importantly, large member organizations or anybody who's got an organization who wants to get organized and make some money for their community can also go and sign up their organization. So also all at forus.global. So churches, schools, come sign up and get your community involved. We all have to be part of the solution.
I mean, that's the voice of Sonny Fisher, the founder, the visionary behind the FORUS Global Digital Exchange. We're going to be crossing over to all of the guys and gals and asking them basically a question of how do they see FORUS impacting their country or their community. We'll start it off with Ted all the way from Curaçao. So Ted, lovely to have you with us, kind sir. How do you see FORUS uplifting the community where you are based?
Well, first thing, good morning to all, and very happy to join you all in this wonderful interview. I'm from Curaçao and St. Martin, that's in the Caribbean. Those are little islands spread over all the way in the Caribbean. And many years ago, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, Sonny came with his vision and his thoughts about what FORUS should be. And immediately I joined and I applauded that initiative, especially when you talk about banking the unbanked. I think people who have financial needs or who need economic inclusion all over the world are exactly the same. We have an extra challenge that we're islands and we're completely separated, each island. So if to move from one part to the other, you just have to fly. Other than that, St. Martin, where I am also based, just passed through one of the biggest hurricane ever, and we had total destruction on the island. So now we've changed from a tourist economy. We have to change into a rebuilding economy, and that means that we need to get a lot of people from outside the country, and we need to get a lot of financial support. If you imagine that from our hotels, we have about 70% is gone, so we only have 20 to 30% of the capacity. And that means that a lot of people are unemployed and have to change their way of living. The banks are not operational, and the banks haven't been doing what they are meant to do, which is to bank and help people bank, transfer, get money, and participate in the economy. But having the normal challenge, now it became much greater. So that's why we're really looking to start with FORUS and having everyone being able to transfer, participate in the economy, and facilitate their life in the totality. Another thing is that micro lending has become very, very important, especially when you're looking at the touristic environment, where, as an example, we have about 2 million cruise ships coming in every year on the island, or we had before the hurricane. And our population is about 60,000 people. You can imagine the type of impact that it has. So having a cashless banking system would be ideal for us. Now I could continue for 20 minutes.
I can just...
It's enough to tell you how important and how grateful and how excited we are to change the platform, the paradigm of doing business and having people reach wealth and happiness by participating and getting what they deserve.
Ted, you're touching our hearts there, man. I love the way you bring it across, the relevance and the importance of this Global Digital Exchange. Joining us also on the line all the way from London, Gafari. Good to have you with us, and maybe you can also just talk to us about the benefit. We all know London and the UK to be very first world, so how important do you see for us and the role that it'll play in the future going forward?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, all over the world, because we are in over 191 countries around the world. So I think we are a world organization. In the UK, I know it's a financial hub, and many people have bank accounts in the UK. But there are many other countries in the world that do not have bank accounts. And if you look at people around the world, we have 7.6 billion people in the world currently, and counting. And the last figures, half of the population in the world do not have bank accounts. Half.
Sure.
That's a staggering amount, just under 3.6 billion people. But I'll tell you something. 97% of the people have mobile phones. And that's how we are going to target them, through the mobile phone applications, through FORUS, and also through the apps. So in essence, yes, we are targeting the unbanked on one side, but because we have a 97% population in the world who have mobile phones, it's going to be easier for us to go into those places where there are villages in Africa, in Asia, and even in the Middle East, some places where people have to travel for miles on end to get to a bank. Here, through the mobile phone application and through FORUS, it's going to happen. The most important thing that I was taken when I sat down with Sunny way back in March, when we sat together, we have a kind of a similar idea to helping the poor, to bringing them out from poverty, to giving them a helping hand, to empower people. It's very important because, in essence, for me, poverty is not being poor is not having money. But for me, the definition of poverty is not having an opportunity.
Right.
And the most important thing is for us to give the opportunity for us, to the people, to the public, to the world. This is an opportunity that we are giving them in order for them to lift up. If I give you an example, before I know there are so many to speak, so I don't want to speak for long, but I'll give you one example before I end up and give it to the next speaker. For example, if you take poverty, or the people who are poor, who are living under the breadline, who want our support, if we take that as a very dark room, because when people do not have the opportunity, they don't have money, they're in a very dark place. So we have a candle, just one candle, lighting, that's for us. And if we go in to every corner of that room, and all the people have candles that are not lit, and we take this candle, the flame, and light every candle in that room, what happens? The whole room becomes bright. There is light in this world. So this is what I want to focus, for us to take this opportunity to all parts of the world and give them some light, pull them up. And this is the opportunity that we are going to give, and this has to be our main objective with FORUS and us as a team. We are a global team. I think we can put this together, and we can pull these people out and support them and empower them.
Ghaffari, I love your analogy, and I love the enthusiasm behind what you had to say over there. I think everybody really excited that's come on board. Before we go to our break, quickly, we want to cross over to the States in Atlanta. Anna, just to hear your thoughts as well. I mean, you are a first world country as well, the free world, as some people would call you. How important do you see this playing out in the States?
I think this is a very important vehicle for us. Allows us an opportunity to create access to capital, not just for individuals, but for small businesses as well. And so in the U.S., we have over 10 million who are unbanked. So it creates a tremendous opportunity to kind of level the playing field, but in a more meaningful way. the wealth creation model that's behind FORUS and all the other extrinsic values that are created in the system that is being built really help us to take advantage of a lot of opportunities for this to have a profound global impact. So we're excited about FORUS and what it can do for us. And so we're excited. It's just awesome, and we ain't ever seen anything done this way. So the potential is enormous.
Well, it's lovely to have global leaders joining us from all around the country. That's where you are, because you are setting the precedent of a way to eradicate poverty. Joining us on the line, amazing what technology can do, not only for us to see people, but for us to see change as a result of a global digital exchange for us, based out of Port Elizabeth. We'll be crossing over to a couple of the other guys after the break. Brian will be joining us from Zimbabwe, MJ as well, up from Joey's, and also Andras from Hungary. So we'll be back in a moment.
Real, relevant radio. Kingfisher FM.
We're talking about eradicating poverty with creating ease of access to digital banking, a global digital exchange. That's what FORUS is all about. The vision of Sunny Fisher, who's joined us in studio with a couple of compatriots from, 180 countries. We don't have all 180 or 192 online. We've got 6 with us, so we're crossing over to them. We've got MJ, who's very, very far away, all the way from Joey's. So MJ, lovely to have you with us.
Hello, thanks Ethan, thanks very much. Love to all that side.
Yeah, listen, man, we thought that everything comes out of Joey's, but actually it's out of PE, and Joey's is cottoning on and joining us, so it's good to have you with us. Tell us about how it's impacting up there.
But Josie is a beautiful, so miss my PE home, my fam, that's fine. It's lovely to come down. I should be down hopefully in the next few days or week or two. But missing it, buddy, and but flying the flag higher, you know what I mean? Flying it as much as possible. And the odd speedo, but you have between friends.
Quickly tell us about the impact of FORUS up there in Johannesburg. What's sort of been the response in Gauteng?
But phenomenal. I just want to basically say, any society or community is only as rich as the poorest person. And this old mantra, show me the pain and I'll show you the love. And believe you me, there's a lot of pain up here. There's people getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, catching up to 4 or 5 taxis, standing in taxi rank. I mean, it's at 0 degrees for an hour, jumping from one side to another. It's hectic. It's hectic. People are feeling it in the province, and where we can make a difference for people, the trading, the banking, anywhere, anytime, for free access to capital. Loans, especially for the small businesses. There are plenty of spaza shops here in Johannesburg, Tembisa, and then Pretoria. Make a huge difference, a radical economic change for all. And as part of the old the power of collectivity, the principle of success. None of us actually truly win until we all win. That's one of the mantra for us of the whole conscious capitalism, shared economy thoughts. And like Gafari said earlier on, we are trying to be the light here, and we will achieve that. There's no doubt about it. We're going with everything. We're all like gutsos. And we just ask people to get up, show up, and sign up. www.forus.global. Please like our FB page. Share it with your friends, families, mommies, aunties, grannies, grandpas, you name it. Stepsisters, we don't mind, everyone. And see us on Twitter and Instagram, and let's change the world, you know what I mean? We all have that opportunity, and the value of life is measured by the lives that we touch, you know what I mean? So let's all be a candle, just like the FORUS says, and let's make a difference,
A big thanks to Brian joining us all the way from Zimbabwe, just across the border, and just looking at the news over the past couple of years with a lot of turmoil with regards to politics and economy and finances and that kind of thing. I'm sure that for us is also something really exciting to look at the future of finances going forward. So Brian, good to have you with us. Maybe you can talk about what you foresee as for us in the community, how it will uplift and change lives.
Well, thank you very much for having me here. When I see the FORUS platform, it's coming in as a financial technology solution, not only for Zimbabwe, but for the whole of Africa. If you see the highest population of the unbanked people are in Africa, and we have communities that are financially or technologically disadvantaged, but they can manage to use a smartphone.
Yes.
So that alone is coming in to offer them free banking services. That is coming as a niche to help Africa's development. And coming to Zimbabwe, we have had the liquidity challenges for about 3 years now, and we cannot find cash in banks. And this FORUS platform can come in as a technological solution that we can have easy access and free transaction platforms. You would find that the banks are charging very high transaction charges. So our FORUS technology is coming in as a solution to the current economic problems facing the country. You have seen they are talking of ease of doing business as a nation, as a way of opening up to potential investors. So this is another technology that pushes the mantra of ease of doing business for our country. And also we are talking of easy access to finances, and we are talking, as a nation, we are also talking of banking the unbanked. The government is trying through all efforts to have everyone at least use an e-wallet or a cash platform. So this FORUS technology is coming in to solve the challenges that we already have as a nation. And I see a great financial revolution in Africa. And it is coming in to bring the world together. There's easy access of capital where there is interconnectedness between countries, traders, business people, SMEs, and even capital. You would find that there are a lot of challenges in bringing capital from the West to Africa and from the East to Africa because of the established financial institutions. So now when we have our FORUS platform, it is coming in to solve the current challenges that has disadvantaged the rest or the marginalized communities in Africa.
Beautiful. Brian, I can hear the excitement, the enthusiasm. We really want to see success for Zimbabwe, and so I can see this being a great platform to bring about that revolutionary change. Finally, all the way from Hungary, Andras joins us. Apparently he's not wearing pants. We forgive him for that. But even
hi, Ethan. Yes, hi everybody. Hi, Ethan. Yes, I got pants definitely on. I prepared myself for that and really appreciate to be here. I think also from my side I can speak about ours, about the idea what FORUS and Kingfisher started a long time ago and is now spreading around the world. As you see here, we are really a bunch of people really around the globe. It's really fantastic to see that. I'm sitting here in a garden and speaking with people around the world, and I think from my side as a IT person, it's really fantastic to hear the ideas that these people formulate, and now our job is to do that, to have this common life and then see that this is working. And really, it was really heart touching what Ted was saying us, and but also from the other side, you see that he is sitting on a country which is destroyed, and now he can speak with us and join this revolutionary idea and to participate. And through this idea, through this FORUS global exchange, global revolutionary possibility, we will be able to help them. We will be together help these people, help this country, help the community to be back online, to be back alive. That people will not lose their job, or will lose their ability to live. I think this is a right for everybody.
Andres,
so I think it's a big challenge from the IT side, big challenge from the technology, because a lot of things are possible. There are things that have to be solved, but together with these fantastic people all over the world, I can say I'm really appreciated to be here and to be work with them together and laugh with them together. So I'm really thank you for that, and go. This is what I can say.
Amen. Go. Well, we just want to say thank you to everybody that's come online with us and chatted to us today, encouraging us and reminding us that pretty much it's all for one and one for all at the end of the day.
Absolutely. You know, I in closing off, you know, want to talk about the spirit of Nelson Mandela, because it's that spirit of Ubuntu that says, you know, we as MJ said, we're only as rich as the poorest person in the community. We can uplift everybody, and you know, there's some amazing opportunities that are opening up as we collaborate around the world. So let's spread the light.
Amen. All right, go and check it out. FORUS, it's a global digital exchange bringing about change with a great vision of eradicating poverty, not only in this country, but across the globe. So thanks for listening, and go and check us out online as well. We've been streaming Facebook Live. And a big thank you to everybody all across the world, to Ted and Gafari, Andras, Anna, Brian, MJ. If I've missed anybody out, I apologize. Thank you so much, and we look forward to chatting to you again.
Your inspiration station. It's Kingfisher FM.